And just like that, we're up and running. So I think we got some more folks joining us on here on the view. We see Paul Van Thoff and Robert Wilson on the show, and we'll have comments from these guys. We got all kinds of recognition to do. I'm excited for this $100,000, 3 different contests for $100,000 to be given away. Woohoo! It's gonna be fun. So, Evan Patzer, looks like you joined us. Good to see you, boss. Looks like you're driving to go get some checks. A lot of times I talk to you, you're driving to go get checks. I noticed.
Hey, Andy, I mean, you got to do, 8 to 10 appointments in a day. You got to be picking up checks all the time, fitting it in when you can.
Um, I don't know if Megan Wood will be joining us. She's vacationing in Orlando and Disney World. She did tell me, I'm not sure when she got down there, but she says she's picked up 7 applications since she's been on vacation. Like, how do you do that? You know, I guess you ask for the check. Service minded. Brandon, what's up, bro? Peace. Thumbs up. Rock solid. All those things. Padilla, what's up? Got several more joining us. So what I want to go to is the first page of my slide training. Stephen Handy, I'll kind of give people heads up where we're headed with this. When you get a chance, pull that up. The trick is positive mental attitude. How do you stay positive? What does that mean? And I went straight to my 8 Steps book, and these are some little things right out of it. If you'll scroll down to page 2, how you come across. I had some folks over at my house yesterday, and Jason Mathis was over here, and I was saying, it's not just what you feel. Like, if I like you, Robert, but if I come across as if I don't. Well, what if I hate you, but I come across as if I like you? You see, some people go like, well, that's fake. And I go, you know what? If I like you and I come across like I like you, that's not fake. But it's like makeup. Makeup's not fake. A shirt's not fake. It's real, but I put it on for people. That makes sense. Like, you be nice for people. Do not tell me your problems. Everybody's got situations. I'm not saying cats don't share problems with me or Paul Roberts don't share problems. It's just like when people whine, like when they're whining, drive somebody cray. I want to pull up something. I've got a couple more comments for you that me and Jeff were talking about. So the bad makes the good. It's funny that people think something's bad and that makes it bad. Without the sunshine, we got to have some rain sometime. We ain't got roses without rain. Hello. It's like I try to explain to people, and I know, it's funny when people get negative, they just get negative. Did he not like my show, Robert Wilson? Did dog not like my show? He's like there with me, and he just went away. Like
No, I just
you get food.
If I don't pick him up after a few minutes, I'll like scratch at my leg like crazy. So I pick him up and then I put him down, and he's good for like another 30, 40 minutes, an hour. Then he does it again.
I'm the same way. The bad makes the good. It's a business of attraction. It's funny. it's funny, like what we're in building. So if you're building a contractor, you're building a business, you got to have a reason to attract, a reason to keep. Dressing for success. Some people hurt their business the way they dress. Think about your words before you say them. This is right out of the 8 Steps book. Line up your words. Does it make sense what you're saying? Are you heading in the right direction? So I could not comment about the dog. I could comment about the dog. Like, line up your words. Think about what you're saying. What I could say is, what I thought about saying there for a minute is, instead of saying, I'm like your dog, I was thinking, I ought to tell Robert, I go, Robert, you're just like that dog. Instead, I said, I'm just like that dog. Does that make sense? Like it just comes across different the way you do it. I am like that dog. Just give me a little bit of attention for a little bit. I'll go away and then I'll come back. I need a little more attention. And I know you like that way, Robert. Like, who ain't like that? But if you want to put somebody down, or if you want to repel people, you should be able to eventually figure out what people hate. Like, I think they're gonna hate it if I say this. Then don't say that. I think they'll like it if I say this. Well, then say that. Like, picking your words. Help is at hand. I've been telling some people recently, you should get mad with me if it's not working, because then I'm allowed to get mad for you, what you're not doing. If you're just kind of blah, 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 it's not working, then what do you want me to do? Get mad at you? But if you're furious and demanding to know the answer, then I can tell you the truth. Hard to tell you the truth when you don't really want to hear it, but when I think you want to hear it. So help is at hand. It's like right here. I've got me and other people that have built the business. I can say, hey, let me tell you my best IUL person. Hey, let me tell you my best final expense person. Hey, let me tell you my best referrals person. Hey, let me give you my best video. Help is at hand. It's like it's just right there. Grab it. Timing is critical. I don't think I used to watch TV more than I do now. I still watch it, but they used to have this thing commercial, and it was funny. It was like timing. It was hilarious how people wait until it's too late, or they go in too early and they jack the whole program up. Same thing in football, same thing in basketball, ice hockey, and in business. Timing is everything. So I'm gonna hammer on these a couple of different ways, kind of try to kind of sneak up on you, if you will, in these in this next section that I have to go over. As a matter of fact, scroll down to the next page, Stephen. Page 3. Are you attracting? A positive attitude requires a strong sense of yourself. A lot of times people have negative outlooks because of a negative in-look. You with me? Like, when they look in, they see ugly. And a lot of times I will tell people this, if Evan, Van Thoff, Robert, y'all hadn't heard this before, this is a good thing to help you with how you look at yourself. All of us have terrible thoughts, okay? We're not responsible. But if we keep thinking about them, then we're responsible. If we repeat negative stuff, we're responsible. If we do the negative, nasty, mean, then we're responsible. So as you look inward, you go, oh God, I had some terrible thoughts the other day. Did you shoot anybody? No. Well, then chill. Well, I thought about it. Did you? Yeah, but did you just keep dwelling on it and think about how you would do it? Yeah, well, that's bad. Don't do that. You go, no. I just had a bad thought and then moved on. Okay, that's fine, because we can't control those. And I can give you books to back this up. Preachers will help you with this. But I could give you, or you could just take it and run with it and feel better about yourself, knowing that those thoughts don't mean anything. Everybody has them. So if people have negative, like if a person's negative, think about this one. Hurt people hurt people. Negative people are negative people. Duh. People think like, well, he's negative. Somebody must have done him wrong. Not necessarily. He just might be a negative person. She might just be a negative Nelly. She might feel bad about how she treated her mama. She could have. It just you just getting positive requires being positive. You have to make yourself be positive. A lot of people say, like, well, if I naturally feel positive, I'll feel positive. If I don't naturally feel positive, I'm not going to feel positive. I'm not going to fake positive. Like, that's what boxers do when they go out to box. They're like, I'm having a bad day. I don't think I'll really try today. That'll get your brains beat in. Football players, basketball players, politicians, business people have to do this. Like, Andy, how do you know this? I read business books. I talk to business people, successful people, not losers, not people that are failing. I don't want a person failing to tell me how I should be. I like people say, just because I'm failing don't mean I don't know the answers. I'm like, yes, it does. I mean, you don't. It means you either don't know the answers or you know the answers and you're an idiot because you're not doing it. No. Andy, you understand? I don't understand. I don't know the answers. Right. I'll help you. I'll get help for you. Help is at hand. Positive people attract positive. Positive people grow. Negative people dwindle. They shrink. Okay? All right. They're loud on social media, but in real life, they're smaller and smaller human beings. That's just a big fake out. Scroll down to the next page. This is where I'm going to get you. Be ready. I'm sneaking up on you. Okay? All right. Here's what I need for you to do, Paul and John Padilla and Robert Wilson. Tell me what you're not. So to be a positive person, you have to be not selfish. You have to be not careless. You have to be not lazy and not pessimistic. Those are the traits of positivity. Okay. All right. That's the opposite of the traits of positivity. So give me, like, what I want you to do, Paul, is think like, I'm not, and also I'm not. Give me some nots about your life. Like, I'm not this. Oh, I'm definitely not this. And try to be thinking. And it's a good thing I'm not like this, because if I was like that, that would kill my business. So I'll tell you what I'm not. Write down what you're not. Try to get me 10, Robert, and 10 knots. You try to get them in writing. Evan, you're going to have to try to remember riding down the road. Not like, I don't, y'all, can y'all okay, y'all thinking of at least 2 or 3, you get the idea. I'm not selfish, I'm not careless, I'm not lazy, I'm not pessimistic, and I'm not, oh, if by God, it's for sure I'm not, and I'm definitely not. Give them to me. You with me? This is where we think about, are you positive or not? And I'm going to try to, like I said, I'm trying to sneak up on you, trying to scam on you to get your mind going up in here. It's kind of a mind game twister that Jeff Bright gave me. He said, this is get them right here. This is get them thinking right here. So I want you to think about those. All right. I don't know where to go first. Let's look at these leaderboards. Let's go over here and look at some of the leaderboards. Let's see what I think. Forrester's is the first one that pops up. I think it's crazy cool that Stephanie Rodriguez is beating everybody in the United States of America by writing Forrester's. Like the whole country, any competitor trying to write with Forrester's, she's leading the country with $31,000 in production so far. October, November, December to go, she'll get an extra $4,000. So she was over here. She was downstairs last night at my house with we had her upline Mike Hartlib, Steve Brantley, the other Steve, had a new guy named Jason Owens, But Stephanie, she was like, I am just getting started. I'm doing better with Forrester. So she thinks she's going to win. Danny Johnson is on track to win $2,000 and an iPad. Mark Hutchinson is on the way to win 1,600 and an iPad. Jonathan and Megan Yakey. Think about this, dude. Who gets a $2,000 bonus for the quarter? Here you go. I'm sure you got, like, if y'all had a shutout in lacrosse, you're a college lacrosse coach. Ben thought, would they give you like a $2,000 bonus if y'all had a shutout? If you had a good 90 days, would you get $2,000?
Negative.
Negative. That's a negative.
That's a negative.
That's a negative, Albright. There we go. Get my version of this. Let's scroll down. Let's see. Olga and Jason Mathis. I said Jason was here last night, hanging out a little bit. He's on track to win $800. I think Olga's the one running that business. Jason's recruiting building. He had 7 agents out in Tampa that he met with. Mia Fennell's on track to get $400 more. Michelle Cohen, she did not make it over here. She's local down here. She's on track to win $200. Where does the iPad stop? The iPad stop at number 30. Yeah. So there's 30 free iPads. If I was you, Olga, I would try to get up in there. Let's see what number 30 has 14 grand. And you've written 14 grand. How come you're not there? Oh, you're 14.2 and he's 14.9. So one policy difference and you get a free iPad and $600 more. Mia is at 13.6, so she's only 2 apps out. And Michelle Cohen is just a few apps out. Scroll down, let's see who else we got. Ben Thoff, there you go. 12 grand, you're only a couple apps out of the iPad territory. Everybody wants a free iPad. Come on, man. Vinny. Come on, brother. You can do this. Vinny Napoli, Napoli. Mercedes and Gus. Jared Gonzalez, Terry and Tier Edwards, Jacob Bell Kraus. One more down. We got a lot of people into the money. Look at all these people. All the ones that are highlighted, that's the Alliance people that are getting $100. Adam Johnson, Mike and Kerry Williams, Doug Becker, Tatiana, Kadir. Ooh, Kadir. He's a new guy under Marcus Richardson. Noel Wilson. No, you don't need to let Kadir beat you. Noel is part of Brandon Beal. I saw him on a Zoom call yesterday. Rory and Ariel out there in Denver. Bubba. Y'all see James Bubba Skinner on there? Is that Padilla on there? John Padilla? Yeah. All right, let's scroll down. Let's see some other kind of, let's move. F&G. Do we have any more vests left? We're down to 39 vests. So I think we probably got, God, how many of those we got? 100? I don't see how many vests we got. Cash. Let's see who's in the cash. James Hill. James and Jane. Come back up to the cash. Chris Kramer. All these are one apps. Who's got 4? Joe and Tony Walker on the $700 with 4 apps. Mark Muller. What? Mark Muller up there, number 1, on track to win $1,500 in a vest. F&G Life. Jan Miller. Sean Boone. Then got 2 apps issue paid for $4 grand. Stan Aldridge. Katie Williams. Nice. Amaka Orizo. Amako Orizu. That's it. Amaka's on there. All right, scroll down. Let's see what's next. Let's see what kind of money we're talking about next. Oh, here we go. Personal production. Virginia Gutierrez. Right now, number 1. Mike and Michelle Alleman, number 2. The way this works, it's all personal production. Foresters counts 2x. So anybody that's writing Foresters, that's going to bump you up. Megan Wood is number 3, and we'll give you $5,000 lead cash. So basically, some of these people are not going to have a lead bill for 90 days because of how much production they're writing. Sherry Lewis Biker at 40,000. Oh my gosh, part of Junior's team. Jane Hill along with James, got credit for 41,000 points. Jonathan and Megan Yakey, Stephanie Rodriguez. See, Stephanie's up there, number 7. Keep in mind, she's a big Foresters rider, so that's pushing her up higher. Chris and Courtney Long, smoking. There goes Robert Wilson right there, number 9. $3,000 lead cash. Janina Wilson, Terry and Tia, Danny Johnson, again, another Foresters guy, pushes himself higher. Tim and Nikki Long, Mark Muller again, Mark Hutchinson, Bubba Skinner, Mia Fennell. This is good stuff. Mercedes and Gus, Paul and Rachel Van Thoff again, Olga and Jason Mathis, Stan Allred. Let's see who's next. There we go. There's 33 spots paying cash for the quarter. So you see, if you're not on the list now, you know you're going to have to kick it in to get some of that lead cash. Some of the agency managers are running contests too. I don't know who all is running them. All right, let's go down to the recruiting one. Let's see what's next. Non-agency managers. Joseph Koo is leading the country with 8. ABTF. Oh, I need to decide what we're going to do with ABTF. Our staff, the staff at headquarters, the red team, is number 2 with 8. Lou Abadi, who said he's going agency manager this quarter. Out of the blue, said I'm going agency manager. Put in 8. The other ABTF are up there in the top, the ABTF blue. Keith Phillips, or the Soto's team, is on track. This is a lot of money, people. A lot of money. Jane Bazan, Joel Acosta, Mike and Carrie Williams. A lot of money, people. Adelia Reyes, Jeremy Patton, David Yo. I think that's right. It's J-O-H. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Brandon Manley, County. I'm pretty sure it's Yo. All right.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yo.
Yep. David Joe.
See, listen. See on?
Yeah, he should be.
David Yo, way to go, man. You're on track to get $2,890 worth of lead. Cash, baby. Cash money head. Crystal Spooner. Way to go, Crystal. Mike Swells. Tierra Wilson. All right, let's scroll down. 33 people. You see where you are. These are all going to be posted on Band, and you can track and see where you are. All right, let's go to agency managers, see what's going on. All right, Riddle is 3 times bigger than number 2. Lot of width, 37 in width, and 9 people in depth. By the way, the non-agency managers, they only get credit for width in this contest. Agency managers get for their width and their depth. So if your downline is recruiting in width, that counts as depth for the agency manager. It's kind of confusing if you're brand new, but we'll get you straightened out. Paul Roberts, number 2. Fitzgerald, number 3, with a lot of depth. 5 in width, 9 in depth. That's good numbers. Jeremy Patton, 10 in width, 1 in depth. Terry and Terry Edwards, 9 and 2. It's a lot of money, people. Brandon and Ashley Bill, all those people down in your group, every one of them as they recruit, that counts toward your width. So if you put in 8, you would hope that you would have 24 in depth. Make sense? It's not, I mean, he's had 20 people on a column here, 25 people. If all those people put in 3, 75 recruits in his depth, and that counts on this contest. Jason and Tony Carey, good blend. 6 in width, 4 in depth. Mike and Kate Marisi, 8 in width, 1 in depth. Diane Lampy, 7 in width, 1 in depth. I don't know if y'all can see those better than I can. They're not coming in real clear. Handy. Well, next time, let's see if we can do something to brighten those up. I can see them on my paper. There you go. Bigger. That works. Thank you, sir. Soto, 3 and 3. Number 13. Stephen Davies, 6 in width, no depth. Mike and Michelle, Eric and Bobby Belair. All right. James and Jane, 1 and 3. Kelly Haney, 1 and 3. Alex Avian, 2 and 2. George and Penny Wilson. Chris and Courtney Long. I had a call with Courtney, and she had some people on the call. Patrick Connors, Junior Correa, Kyle Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner! Let's go! Marvin and Julissa Otsoy. Nice. Okay. All right. What's next? What we got next on the recognition? The 10,000. I know ship shirts everywhere. We got to be running short on those shirts. Where are we at now? We're down to 169. I think we had 200 of them. There we go, Sarge. 200 of them. So there's 31 of those shirts left. You better get it done. Let's go down to the Rolex challenge. Let's see who's in it now. Patzer, you're so dang close. Junior career, you're close. Megan Wood is killing it. 525,000 points for Megan Wood. $399 for Hutchinson. So to help everybody out, we're giving away 13 watches based on personal production, straight up points, just like points for Thailand, no double for Foresters or anything. It's just straight up. And right now, here's who will be getting those watches. Marcus and Carla Richardson, Terry and Tia, Mike and Michelle, Brant and Jail, Adam Johnson, Robert Wilson. Robert, didn't you win a Rolex one other time?
Yeah, I need one for my other wrist now.
Would your dad have ever thought you would own 2 Rolexes?
No.
You know? No. You're on track to get your second Rolex. That is so cool. Paul and Sam Menachino, Jonathan and Megan Yakey, Kyle and Janina, and Katrina Gustin, and James and Jane, and Mark Hutchinson. They are on track to get one of those 13 Rolexes. I'm not sure if we have do we have the Foresters Rolex? I don't know if we have that yet on here, if that updated contest. There's one other contest. The number 1 Foresters production writer will get a Rolex for the quarter. Straight up Foresters premium. You get a bad to the bone Rolex. It's a Pepsi watch. It's red, white, blue, black, gold. It's a great, beautiful a watch that I'm not sure if we set a picture of that on it yet. I know it's posted on Band if you want to see a picture of it. It's really cool. Okay, so everybody's fighting that. Those will be posted on Band. I think I'm good on that. All right. Let's go to, all right, pull that down if you will, Handy. Yeah, let's just go to the pictures. I am looking. Chris Hill was going to join us. Have you had a chance to promote Chris? He's got some good stuff going. There goes Billy Crane. Thank you, Billy. There goes Chris Hill. All right, let's go, Billy Crane. Can you come in live? Or can you, I know you're driving. Can you open up?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear the I'm not stuff?
Yeah, like I'm not perfect. You know.
You nailed that one, Bo.
Yeah, you know.
What are you not?
That means I gotta get better at everything, but I'm not lazy.
Ooh,
That don't make money.
I'm not lazy.
That don't make money. I'm not a complainer.
I'm not a complainer.
No. Nobody want to hear that. You know. Sometimes I'm not aggressive enough, though, Andy, either. Sometimes I need to get kicked out of a house. So there's something I got to work on.
What's the opposite of an I'm not aggressive? I'm not a wussy.
Yeah, not a wussy. Thank you, Andy.
Which are you? Are you not aggressive or are you not a wussy? Which is it?
I'm going to lean more not a wussy because, you know, hey.
I am thankful that you leaned it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the politically correct word, but I think the feeling came across.
Yeah, perfect. That's what we want to know, the feeling. But no, just yeah. So those were some of the ones that came to me really quick. I'm not an AM yet. I'm not partner. You know, I'm thinking about the things that I'm about to become. So you know that's what's pushing me.
I want you to think about negatives that you're not.
That's negative, Andy. I'm not on that leaderboard, you know, close to Megan Wood, you know. But that's where when I thought about it, what came to my mind.
I like the way you're thinking. I need for you to think a little more of. I need you to keep thinking about, like, let me ask you this: Are you? I told Jeff this one. He said, "Tell me one about you." I said, "I'm not a squirrel, monkey squirrel." He's like, "You're not a monkey squirrel." I said, "Nope." He said, "What's a monkey squirrel?" A monkey squirrel holds on to his peanut, and he won't let go of peanuts for freedom. He's like, I don't understand. I said, you ever heard a story? How do you catch a monkey squirrel? You take a coconut. They like coconut. You put peanuts in there and you smell it and just drill a little hole big enough that they can get their hand through it. But then when they get the peanuts, they can't get their hand out. So they won't drop the peanuts to go free. I was like, I'm not a squirrel monkey. He's like, that's good. So what are you not? Are you a monkey squirrel? In other words, do you hold on to your peanuts and become captive? So, Mike, do you get some thoughts about it? What are you not? Mike Levitovich.
What am I not? I am not low T.
You're not what?
Low T, low testosterone.
I'm not low T. What else, Mike?
Tell you what, I'm definitely not a complainer. I am definitely not, I'm not lazy. Now, at times I'm ambitiously lazy because I like to dream about being lazy, but I'm not lazy.
There was 4 things that I was saying this, like, these are critical that you adopt. I'm not selfish. I'm not careless. I'm not lazy, and I'm not pessimistic. Those are critical. Like, those are 4, like, and they're quadrants too. I'm putting you in different quadrants. And not those things.
So
I said I'm not boring.
For me, I think I'm not selfish. Like I have to focus on it, but I'm not selfish because throughout the week I have to think about the agents that I'm coaching. Are they prepped? Are they performing well? What do they need? Is my staff helping them out with their pending? Are they prepped for leads? I got to think about that. Are they recruiting? Are they learning how to help the agents? It's like building an organization. I think the biggest thing for me is staying out of that selfish zone because it gets so easy to be like, oh man, it's Sunday night. It's family time for a little bit, but I got to stop family time and then get into, okay, stop doing what I want to do and get back to, I'm going partner. I need to put in 2 or 3 hours here to prep work and thinking and working because we're going partner. And so it's like, that means taking eyes off of me and thinking, okay, who we got to help? Who's Noel got to help? What's my staff got to be doing? Just not being too good for the basics, not being.
I'm not too good for the basics.
Yeah.
I'm not above the basics. I'm not too arrogant to be above the basics.
Yeah.
I'm not an asshole. How about that?
Although
I heard 3 of you look kind of funny at me.
Although, it's like one of our friends said, you got to have a teaspoon of asshole in you.
Got to have a little bit.
But you got to watch how it comes out.
You don't need to come out in a cup. You don't need a cup of it. Just a little feet, a thimbleful. How about you, Padilla? What are you not?
I'm not confused. I know what I want, and I know what I need to do to get it.
I'm not confused. Any other ones come to mind that you can share?
Yeah, absolutely. I would also say I'm not intimidated. I know a lot of these guys on this call today are crazy about about their business, about what they're doing to get to where they want to be. I'm going to talk the smack. Yeah, I'm going to talk that smack because I'm going to get there.
Ooh.
I'm after it.
I'm not reserved in my speaking. I'm not reserved in my speaking. I'm not reserved in my boldness. Brandon Manley, how about you?
I had 3 I wrote down. I said I'm not greedy, I'm not arrogant, and I'm not unappreciative.
I'm not unappreciative. I'm not greedy. I'm not arrogant. I put down there, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Robert Wilson, what'd you have down?
I did get 10.
Holy cow.
First one I got is my wife often reminds me of this. Again, I'm from Philly, so I got to promote my favorite guy. I'm not a quitter. I might get knocked down on the canvas, but I never stay.
I'm not a quitter.
I'm like Rocky. I get up. So
I'm not a quitter.
I also was like thinking of like what attributes do I not like, so I could say I'm not that. I'm not a racist or discriminating to people.
I ain't no racist.
I'm not a hater. I'm not a loser. Losing does not define you as a loser. It's what you do if you lose. I'm not a pushover. I'm not a lazy person. I'm a world changer. I'm not an unfaithful person. The other day I heard FAITH stands for full assurance in the heart. That's what FAITH stands for, full assurance in the heart. I'm not a broke joke because of the alliance. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. And I'm not a fool.
I'm not a fool. I'm nobody's fool.
Nobody's fool. People think sometimes I am because I'm so nice and I like to clown around and play, but I'm not a fool. Don't misjudge me or misunderstand me or underestimate me.
Don't underestimate me. I'm not a fool. How about Noelle? We need some female perspective up in here.
Hey, Annie.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, just for the record, Mike is not low T. So, turn it out there.
Thanks for confirming.
Yeah. I'm not unenthusiastic. I'm not inadequate. I'm not a quitter like Robert. I'm not a failure, and I'm not ungrateful.
Nice. Patcher.
Oh, I got them for you, Bo. I got 10 actually, so definitely not lazy for sure.
Hold on, take time. Give me your top three. Like these,
Okay.
Almost like if you were describing your team, what are your top three now?
Okay, I'm definitely not lazy.
They not lazy.
Nope. I am not a talker that can't back the walk.
My team can back. My team is not. They are not light spoken, and they're not lily livered, something like that.
And I'm not lacking empathy.
I'm not lacking empathy. What's number 4?
I actually had that I'm not an unfaithful person as well. That I'm faithful to my team, to my people.
Chris Hill, President's Club. You guys got it going on. I'm gonna tell you, Chris. So this is a trick to it, okay? When you say I'm not selfish, that would be a golden retriever. You gotta be. You can't be positive and be selfish, okay? So it's really a golden retriever. When you say I'm not careless, that is the beaver. And when you say I'm not lazy, that's the lion. I ain't lazy. That's the lion coming out in you. And then when you say I'm not pessimistic, that's the otter. Because people go like this. They go like, I like it when they say Andy's this, Andy's that, and Mike's this and Mike's that. And everybody's trying to figure out how to build a massive business, right? Well, there's 4 things that you can't be and build it, which means you got to be all 4. Does that make sense? Like these are all important, okay? So the golden retriever, that's service-minded, which is I'm not selfish. The opposite of selfish is service. You want to give service. You want to give service. I'm not careless is I'm intentional. I'm methodical. I am methodical. So one thing I would say, this is a touchy one, Robert, but when you go like, I'm not prejudiced. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Let me tell you how you are. You don't give your time to people that are selfish and negative and lazy. You have prejudged, and you were correct not to give that time to that person. Because if you're equal among all people, you're an idiot. Does that make sense? Like you can't treat everybody the same. Well, I treat everybody the same. Not true. You don't waste your time with clients that you're never. I've seen you cut a client off. I'm done with him. I'm done. Never going to service him. Anybody can have him. You have now judged. Yeah, but I didn't prejudge. Well, I bet you don't go back. Because you know what I mean? Like he's done, like you're out. So that's methodical. So if you are methodical, you're intentional, which means you do judge. It's like if you interview 12 people, you don't hire all 12. You interview the one you want based on judgment before they come to work for you. You look at their history and decide if you're going to like them or not. Well, that ain't what I meant. What I meant is I don't judge them on whether they're tall. I don't judge them on whether they're a dark skin. I don't judge them on whether they're bald-headed. Well, believe it or not, we all have our conception. What we have to do is fight our conceptions, and be methodical, which is a beaver. I'm a lion. Lions are decisive. Yeah? You don't need to be decisive on the wrong thing. Like, I made a decision and I violated the law. Like, you might should have been a little more methodical. You should have been more of an otter. So, I've done this in many seminars. You're like this, and the winner is like this. You're opposite. You're going in when you should have went out. See, out. That's out. You should have backed off. You should have went harder. You should have backed off. You went in harder. You backed off. If you're going in harder when you should be, when you're not going in, you're backing off when you should have been going in. So it's the same thing with the enthusiastic. It's an otter. So if you want to be pessimistic or enthusiastic, those are opposite. You need to be enthusiastic because all the time, not at a funeral, boss. You got to give them a little. You can't be this otter enthusiastic at a funeral. If you do, people don't like it. I tell everybody I want you to partay at my funeral because I'll be done with this mess. I'll be on to bigger and better. But some people gonna be sad when they're gone. The general publicity, like the world wants you to be sad. So just go along with them. What's that dog's name, Robert? So I can call him by name when I'm talking.
Bruno, just like Fitz's staff person.
See, that's what you ain't supposed to do, boss. You can't. It's not like a staff person. It's Bruno. And I knew your dog's name was Bruno. I've seen it 10,000 times. I should know by now. My bad. All right. So, Patzer, talk to me, Bo. New agency manager, getting better to go in harder, decisive at the right time and be methodical at the right time and be enthusiastic at the right time. Does that make sense? So yeah, on this call, and your face is on there, somebody should coach you. Now's the time to be enthusiastic, right? Funeral, no go. Everybody calm down. They do not like joking around. So it's like growing up, so to speak. But we're trying to make money. So when are we service-minded and when are we forget-em-minded? Like if we have choices, we're going to go in hard service when we get a high ROI. And you get these people, these overly religious, they go like, oh no, man, you got to give, not to get. You got to, and I go like, I don't sound too methodical to me. You're servicing where there's no service. You're like, for example, let's say somebody has zero money and they have a terrible attitude. What are you, a personal life coach to them? Like, let them be. That is not service oriented. That is methodical oriented and decisive oriented. Oh man, it don't matter if they sign it, I sign it, same difference. I'll just sign it for them. That was decisive. I'll give you points. You might have been a little more methodical. Thought that one through. But see, there's things, and you've talked to me, people ask me something, and I go, man, I don't know. That's when you need to be methodical. And then people ask me other things, and I go, hey, no, just do. Like, does that make sense? Like there, you need to be an otter, a beaver, a golden retriever. You need to be all of those things but at the right time.
Yeah, timing, like you said, is everything.
Yeah.
Multidimensional. When do you implicate this behavior in this scenario? That's why I'm a chameleon. Because I know that I cannot communicate with you like I do with my fiance or my mom.
Good one.
It has to be the most effective action and behavior at that very moment in time to get the highest result and best benefit for both parties. Typically.
And if it's not working, hello, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
That's where people get and that's where I get frustrated. I say frustrated with people. That's when I go, I methodically go, I got to work somebody out. This one right here has got to come to the realization that it's him or it's her. If they're going to keep blaming it on Patzer or keep blaming it on the weather or keep blaming it on me or keep blaming it on their dad, oh Lord, how are you going to deal with a person who blames the results they're getting on how they were treated when they're a child? Like, bro, has nothing to do with that. Damon West, I've been talking to him a lot lately. He was in prison 7 years. If the way he acts from here on out is based on that 7 parts of his life, this joker can't vote. He can't shoot guns. I mean, you don't come out and shoot ski? Yeah, no. I mean, he can't base the rest of his. Does that make sense? Like, Andy, you just don't know the trauma involved. Well, I know trauma. I know I have things on my mind, but they ain't got nothing to do with me acting enthusiastic, being methodical, or being service minded. That all has to do with whether I do it or not. You tracking? You got me on that responsibility thing, Patzer?
I got it, man. Yeah, this is very good content here. Definitely understood. Woo!
All right. So let's talk about a few more things about service, methodical, and decisive. All right. It's when to and when not to. Okay. Service, loyal-minded. Oh, by the way, can you be service-minded as an agency manager with agents? Your agent. Can you be service-minded with your agents? And can you be service-minded with client? Mike Leventovich was all into service-minded with agents just now. I would argue that Megan Wood is more service-minded with client, thinking about what they need. And then she's damn methodical in setting them up, and then damn decisive in getting a check. It's when all 4 of those things lines up. Bam, 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 bam. That's what she's doing different than a lot of us. We're not service. We are check-minded, methodical. I'm getting a check, but we're not service, getting that extra check. I think. I'd like to hear what Padilla and Van Thal think in a minute after we talk about the President's Club. So, Chris Hill, you look like you're in the basement of my house.
I'm down at the North Carolina coast. Not Treasure Island, but a different island.
North Carolina coast. That's eerily like where my steps coming down and that, but I'm going like, I believe you because I know how you are on honesty and integrity and all that. Chris Hill is going to meet me in Dallas. Are you still meeting me in Dallas?
Yep. I'll meet you there Monday.
And then we're going to fly down to McAllen.
Mm-hmm.
And then San Antonio, Tuesday we fly to McAllen. Tuesday afternoon we fly to San Antonio. And then Wednesday morning we're flying to Houston. And then Thursday afternoon, what I'm shooting for is an office. I don't know whether we're going to do Diane's office or Paul Roberts. Every agent we can get to come out. Let's go with Paul's office. I'm familiar with that. Let's get everybody there for 3 hours, and then Wednesday night, I'm either with Fitz or Diane or both with select people, but I want everybody out. I've met a lot of people on Zoom around the Dallas area. So, and by the way, McAllen, San Antonio, and Houston, I want everybody invited. It's not select. Monday night is select. Wednesday night is select with the Dallas. And then we're flying to Miami, Fort Lauderdale. And we're going to meet at Olga's house. And Jason and everybody's invited there. Not select, it's everybody. Chris, President's Club has been kicking butt. I know your numbers are going up and y'all got some new programs. You kind of speak to us about what's going on from North Carolina coast.
The big thing with President's Club is I was talking to Andy I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I was telling him about the gym that I go to. There's these guys in there that are huge, they're massive, and I know that the gym owner is paying them to be a member. And then there's people like me and my buddy, we look at them like, man, if we go to this gym, we would start looking like them. So they're get paid to be there because they're winning, and it makes everybody else want to go. And I said, we should do the same thing for President's Club. So what if we took our members and the ones that were killing it, we began to pay them and leads and give them lead cash to help their business because they're winning. So we would pay them to be in President's Club. And he thought it was a great idea, and then he multiplied it. And so what we initially talked about was, so if you're in President's Club, it's $99 a month, and that gets you all the benefits like the web press, which is the short little videos that help you sell insurance. Like Patster's on this conversation, and he takes the web press videos with him and closes annuities with it. And so one sale on WordPress sells PC for about 3 years if you're a Patzer. And so it includes that, the websites. Benet is also working with us now on Forrester's Pending, and includes working with Celine. So all the benefits. But then on top of it, if you sell over 20,000, then we give you $100 in lead credits. And Andy said that he'd do any lead credits, A0s, multis, bang, bang, Mail Pro, Para. If it's a lead, Andy said he would buy it. And so we started going up. So 20 to 30, you get $100. 30 to 40, you get $150. And it goes up $50 each time. And then Andy pulled out this black card that we had done a promotion in the past, and he began to throw it on the table. And he said, I want to bring this back. How do we bring this back? And then he came up with these numbers, which are insane. So if you sign up for President's Club Black Card, it's $500 and includes all the PC benefits. If you sell 20 to 30,000, then we pay you $500 in lead credits. When you sell 31,000, we now pay you $750 in lead credit. When you sell 41,000, we pay you $1,000. So you sell 41,000, you're in Black Card, we're paying you $500 to be a member. And so you are now getting paid to be a part of PC, which in the past, PC has brought you all these benefits and you've paid for, people use them and it's helped them. With this program and our fourth quarter promotion for the last 3 months of the year, PC wants to pay you to be a member here. And so Andy added up all these numbers just to give you like an example. The Megan Wood does over 80,000 this month. We're going to pay her $2,000 in lead credits. Just $2,000 in any type of lead that she wants. She can, if it's called a lead, she can get it in November. And so then we were looking at it, and this is incredible. And Andy said, what else can we offer them? And then Andy offered to start doing small group calls. And almost, I'll be straight with you. I've got a WhatsApp group with the Black Card members, and Missy sends me his schedule every Wednesday and says, here's what he's available for next week for Black Card members. And then we start scheduling like terrorists, small group, small one-on-ones, and he's been doing a lot of those this week. And so I think a bigger benefit than the leads is getting the exclusive time with Albright, because Andy's always taught me that when you pay somebody for their time, they're obligated to give you everything they've got. And so I've always been more interested in paying mentors than getting mentors for free. He told me that if I'll pay for it, then they're forced to give me their full undivided attention and give me the answers. And so now not only can you pay for President's Club and get Andy, but you get paid back in the leads. And so the benefits, this promotion is crazy. We're estimating that we'll give out $35,000 to $40,000 in leads this first month based on people that have signed up. And so if you're just in regular PC, we love you and we're going to pay you in leads. But if you want to bet on yourself, then you upgrade to Black Card because it's a multiplier on your leads. And the more you do, the more we pay you. And so if you're interested, you can send an email to presidentsclub@naleads.com, or you can call me or Celine and get in touch with us. We'll get you all set up on it. But it's a big program. People are loving it. I think, Andy, you put in about 10 hours on just small calls this week for Black Card members, and it's only Wednesday. That's very exclusive time, and people are having a blast with it, can ask you direct questions. And you've been meeting their new people, and it's going well, going very well so far. And you get a Black Card.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoy meeting the people that are investing. And by the way, it's not like if you're in Black Card, your agents, you might have 10 guys. None of them are even in President's Club. I don't care. But because it's you, I'm helping, not them. I'm going to help them, but I'm helping you. Hey, thank you for putting in some time, Chris. I didn't realize you was on vacation when I asked you to jump on. Appreciate you doing that and being on here with us. And I appreciate what y'all doing. Is that your old Black Card, Robert, or is that your new one? Your old one? You can keep it and just validate it. Just validate it.
I like the fact that you get one for your wife, too.
It can be done. Hey, Adam Katz texted me. He said, what are you talking about? Because, you know, Adam's been with me forever. He says, what are you talking about? Monkey squirrel. I was like, monkey squirrel. He said, it's a spider monkey. I was like, oh, yeah, my bad. Spider monkey. Not a monkey squirrel. Spider monkey. My bad. What are you going to do? Okay. Methodical. Decisive. Enthusiastic. When is an example? Let me ask you this, Mike. I don't want to. It's a trick question. So I'm gonna ask it, and I'm gonna answer it because I don't want to mess you up. I ain't trying to trick you, but should he buy leads? Is that a decisive? Don't answer, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, or be methodical. And the answer is methodical. You say, oh, everybody's got about $500 a lead. Easy cheesy. This guy has a PNC agency, and he's willing to call every one of his people. And it's not illegal. He's not going to get fired. He's not going to get sued. He's allowed to do it. Why would you buy leads for him? Okay. Megan Wood started out friends and family, moving policies. Methodically, Mike looks at it and says, she needs to be buying leads. She could be selling 10 times as much for the lead. It wasn't decisive. It was methodical on lead. Does that make sense? Like if you answered decisively, then you decisively answered the wrong thing. It's methodically, then decisively. I say it's like kind of like being pregnant. It's not really, and then you're pregnant. You know that you ain't, and then you are. You're methodical, and then you're decisive. It's methodical and enthusiastic. About 99% of the time, bring the enthusiasm. But the 1% of the time that you don't need to bring enthusiasm, you need to be careful. I just, man, I had a close shot. I might have even messed up. I had a guy on here, and he was telling about his dad. And you know me, I'm enthusiastic, right? He's getting all emotional. I said, hey, can you cry like that in the house? See my enthusiasm? And I was like, oh, a little enthusiastic. Oh, how they say it? Too soon? Too soon? You know what I mean? But he was cool. He was like, yeah. He was enthusiastic. I was like, oh God, I about blew that one, Robert. Like when you see that look on their face, like they want to give you the middle finger, you know you said the wrong thing. So he didn't do it. He was cool with me, but I was like, that's a little bit enthusiastic. All right, calm it down, all right. A little less coffee, but you know. And then I was serious with him because I mean the Joker he was getting just. I was like, hey, snap out of it. We're good. You know, I mean he lost somebody, and he was talking about the loss of somebody, and I don't know if his dad, mom, cousin, somebody died, right? So judging those deals, when to be methodical, leads. How about this? How about this one? Should we get more depth? Is that methodical or decisive? That's decisive. I ain't seen a time we don't need to get more width, no depth. How about width? That's pretty much decisive. Riddle is about the only one I might go, really, you might want to be a little methodical about this. You're a little bit on the wide side. You don't need some depth. If I can draw your group, I can hold it up, and you'll go, I think I need to know what I need to do. Right? You methodically quick. You quickly were methodical and then went decisive. But it's look at your group. How about this? Do you need to sell? If you're broke, God. Do you need referrals? God. I mean, why would you not? I mean, can you think of a methodical reason not to get referrals? Should you recruit when you're in a house? Heck yeah. Now, what if they're terrible people? Get the check and let's go on with ourselves. Well, let's look at pictures. They might have a brother or a cousin or a sister. So we're methodically looking around. Y'all with me on this? Give me some Padilla. Give me some decisive, some enthusiasm. Give me something. When are you decisive? Or when do you think you've been decisive? You should have been methodical. Or just I just want to interact with you and hear your thinking on this.
I think for me, it's been I've had a good few examples recently. Like I've been out and about, and when you see somebody sharp, you're like, man, should I talk to this guy? If I say something, will he say will he say no? The worst thing he can say to me is like, get out of my face. So absolutely, I'm going to say something to him. So I did. I saw this guy who looked sharp, and I asked him for his information. He was like, I'm not interested, man. And I was like, hey, who do you know that might be able to help us out? He was like, not interested. Great. I'm going to go to the next guy and say the exact same thing because eventually somebody's going to say, yeah.
That's decisive. Okay? The decisive part is, yes, you need to go talk to him. Methodically might be, should I prime the pump? Should I plow the field? Should I do a little beginning exercise before I get into the real deal? You see what I'm saying? That's the methodical part. The answer is yes. The methodical part is like, dude, that is a bad to the bone shirt. Yeah. What kind of work you do? Huh. All right, well, nice to meet you. Hey, listen, let me ask you a thing. You ever do anything with financial? You see what I'm saying? In other words, methodically how you do it, but decisive that you do it. Does that help?
That does help, Andy. Thank you.
This is the way coaching works. Is we got to get down in it. Banthal, give me something along the same lines. Should have been decisive. You think you were decisive. You think you were methodical. You think you're enthusiastic. How about mine being too enthusiastic, guys? Sorry about that, guy. Sorry about that, man. I didn't mean nothing bad.
Well, I think being more decisive in the house, recruiting wise, I think I've gone a lot of times just asking the question and moving on to the sales process. But in terms of getting a better investment on my money, buying all these leads, trying to recruit more in the house. So I've been really more like asking a bunch of times, who do they know? And if they definitely have kids, I got this one lady, she had 2 sons, one's in medical device sales, and one's in landscaping. And I was trying to be more methodical as how I was going to get her number. His number.
Right on track. You got another?
Because, no.
All right. How about service oriented?
I think in terms of the service aspect, really trying.
When I followed up, I met with you and John in my office. Was that service oriented?
Yes.
Yes. When I texted you and followed back up, was that service oriented?
Probably methodical.
It was methodical and service oriented. Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As in, I was thinking, God, man, I just want to follow up. I was thinking about you. I just need to follow up and make sure everything, I got it started. I don't want to end it.
Right.
Makes sense? And then I text Paul and I go, heads up, man, just to let you know this call went great with these guys. Servicing Paul. Menachino. You with me?
Right. Yes.
Not selfish, meaning I'll go watch a replay of a state Duke game.
Right.
Can you think of when you were service oriented with a client?
Off the top of my head, not right now.
And a lot of it's just me playing, trying to get your mind going, because there's 100 ways you're service minded, you wouldn't have the numbers put up. Robert Wilson, how you want to do this, Robert, so that you win? I want to do this so that you win.
I'm big on selfless service. I was taught to me as a kid from my father. My father was judge of elections. He was town watch, volunteer firefighter. Very big in selfless service and community oriented. And
you ain't doing no firefighter service, are you?
No, I'm not doing that. I told my dad, I said, it takes a special person to want to run into a fire. I see a burning building and I want to run away. So it takes a special person to do that. I said, I'm not afraid of bombs and bullets, but I'm not too big of a fan to run into a burning building. But I've always been selfless service. I always want to help people. That's I think the more people we help, the more selfless service we are, and the better we're going to grow as a person, and better. It's only going to be better for us. God's going to bless you the more you help others. So that's just, I think, my way of growing. How can I blow this up? Is get more selfless service. I got to get to Simply Book Me and book myself up and talk to some more people.
Robert, are you number 3 in the United States of America currently ranking as far as your points toward Thailand, as far as your points toward production? Is that true?
I'm number 9 towards Thailand, but I'm number 2 in the country in issue paid life sales.
Are you above Mark Hutchinson?
Little bit. The most up-to-date numbers today, yeah. I'm number 2. He's number 3 for year-to-date issue paid.
I'm gonna see if you might be right on. I'm gonna find out if mine. I got it pretty close here. I know where it is. I know where it be. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna say it's Robert. I'm gonna check it out right here. Do you, as far as, could you use some work and on the 4 things when it deals with agents? Like, one of the things that's big with me is, how do I change your life income wise? Like, a lot of people have service minded defense called insurance. Insurance is defense. Padilla, they're so worried about defending people, they don't give people ammunition to build their life. So service minded, Robert, when it comes to helping somebody financially make more money through a business. So service minded to service this guy into making more money. Does that make sense? You understand what I'm trying to go to?
Yes, sir. I need to grow my money because I'm about to grow my household.
That's what I hear. But that's you. I'm saying somebody else's money. You with me? Helping them grow their money.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Foresters, Mark Hutchinson is number 1 for the year, not Stephanie Rodriguez. How about that? He's got 164,000 written year to date, issued 148, and Rodriguez has 142. So if Hutchinson could kick in fourth quarter, he could pick up that $4,000. That's interesting. To me, it's interesting. Totally.
Well, I got Chris Norris working on a $1.5 million retirement money.
I don't know what you're looking at. Maybe you're taking out annuities, and that's how you got up to number 2. Because my other one where I'm going year to date producers, I got Megan Wood at 563,000, Hutchinson 406, Katrina 387, Janina Wilson 368, Jane Hill 367, and Robert Wilson 346. So maybe that includes annuities, and you're saying if we took out their annuities, then you're number 2. Jonathan and Megan Yakey. I want to tell you, Jonathan Makey, this is Robert Wilson, and Robert Wilson's ahead of y'all. I just want to. Mike and Michelle, Brant Swindell, Paul Menachino, Junior Correa, Marcus Richardson, all you guys are trailing behind Robert Wilson. And Robert Wilson, I got you as number 6 on this report. I don't know. I'll send you this report. But, I'm going to see if I can find one that's just life. That might be what you are on. I don't want to. All right. I don't. Yeah, I bet that's what it is because annuities is pretty high. Life producers. Here we go. Year to date. It's close. You're right. You're at 345 and he's 347. This is as of 10/20. So you're 2,000 out from being number 2 in life only. So Megan Wood, Mark Hutchinson, Robert Wilson, number 3. Katrina Guston, Jonathan and Megan Yakey, Michelle Alleman, Adam Johnson, Junior Correa, Colin Janina, Marcus Richardson. That's our top 10 in life. All right.
And I got Chris Norris working on 1.5 billion for me.
Noel, talk to me about service, methodicism, decisivism with agents, enthusiasm with agents. Give me some thoughts on when you see them zigging when they should be zagging, when they're going in when they should be backing off.
Well, service is like when they're dialing, and just knowing when they're dialing, first of all, making sure that they're prepared to be dialing in terms of having enough leads in their hands for that. And then when they're dialing,
thinking about them.
Thinking about them, yes. Yeah. Thinking that they have, what do they have? Do they have leads? Do they have referrals? Do they have current clients? Do they have enough that they're going to make their dial day work? Because if they don't, they're going to be sitting on their hands and not doing anything, and that's not good for them. So you've got to help plan that ahead of time. And then also, while they're doing it, while they're in the act of making their calls, is, especially if it's a new person, knowing what's going on, meaning, look, if they get stuck or if they get a weird phone call or if they get yelled at or hung up on or whatever, knowing that they're going to be feeling like that enthusiasm they had is going to start going down. So you got to be there to help them come back out of that fast so that they can continue setting 20 appointments a day or 40 appointments a week or 20 appointments a dial session. So serving them that way, especially if it's a new person, and being there and picking up the phone and connecting with them while they're doing it.
I think you're killing it, like nailing it, like I said, right on track. Thinking about their feelings, thinking about how to get them to recover, thinking about their planning. So Billy, big boy that you had on there, big guy, big muscle, Carlos, baby. What was his name? Mario. So I'm thinking, how can I help him succeed? Hey, Bo, you on the call? It's crazy what Albright's talking about, huh? It's hard to do that when you're driving, but you get the idea.
No, you're hitting it like you got enthusiasm about the call. So I'm methodically thinking through the team. So I shoot them a text early before the call, say, hey, get on the call. Super excited to hear from Andy, right? Then you're servicing them because you're shooting them a text to say, get on the call, because if they get on the call, they'll get more success. Right. So there's the service, and then you be decisive, call them later and say, man, what did you like best? Right. So, you wrap it all in one, like even with recruiting, like I'm enthusiastic when I'm telling them about the business. I'm enthusiastic when I'm learning about them because I'm giving them service because now they get a chance to talk. Methodically, I'm thinking in my head, well, how do I get them moved to the next step? And then at the end, I'm decisively asking them to, hey, let's get registered, man. Let's make a lot of money together. So you got to wrap it all together, like you said, zig when you zag, be enthusiastic, be service oriented, methodical, all in one. Then make that decisive decision and go. Even like Noel was saying, when agents are messing up, I get enthusiastic because I know if I can correct them, then I'm about to help them. So I'm going to service them for my enthusiasm. Then I'm going to be methodical in how I help them get through it. And then, hey, decisive action. Let's go ahead and let's make that change right now. So, just putting it all together, like you said, those 4 are key. As I wrote them down, they literally clicked as you said it.
Can you see where I get mad when an agent was decisive when he should have been methodical, enthusiastic when he should have been service oriented? It's just like, and that's why when people say, can you, is there anything I'm doing wrong? I want to say, like, my God, you're backwards. Like every time you zig, you should have been zagging. And people are like, oh, well, I'm right sometimes. I used to get mad at the former CEO of Foresters. He'd be like, what are we doing right, Albright? What are we doing right? I'd be like, I don't give a crap what you're doing right. You're supposed to be right on everything. Here's what's pissing me off. He'd be like, well, I don't want to talk about what's pissing you off. I say, well, how are you going to get any better? Well, let's accentuate the positive. I say, you're in the God-blessed insurance business. I need for you to be good at that. You lost the freaking application. I'm pissed. Well, I think you should write down all the things you're positive about. I say, I'm positive you're my number one company, and I'm positive that I need for you to go talk to your underwriter person that lost a God-blessed positive freaking application. I love you. I'm on your damn team. Now quit losing apps. Does that make sense? That's positive, decisive, and I mean, I'm throwing in I love you, but I'm like, bro, we can't keep doing this, right? So then it's time before that. Not the last one was good. The one before that. The one now is good. The one before that was great. The one before that, bro, he get on my nerves, man. Just tell me what I'm doing right. I'm like, bro, you got to be president. You talking to me. Y'all got great fraternal benefits. Like, bro, I mean, let's move on to the point where you're zigging when you shouldn't be zagging. Does that make sense? So it's the same thing with an agent. Right? And so when a person calls me and goes like, you zigging when you be zagging, I said, tell me what you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about. All right, let's call Robbie. Let's call Chris Hill. Let's get that fixed. Let's call Ashland. I can't. Okay, now what? Let's go to 32 times you're zigging when you should be zagging. You're the one that, I mean, I need for you to be more than 3 wide. You got 3 dadgum legs. The heck, gotta be able to get 3 people in a day. Well, I can't get them to do nothing. That's because you're zigging when you should be zagging. You didn't had Patrick say, you ain't got no empathy. You ain't got no connection skills. You got to work on your connection skills. Well, that's just not who I am. I know. Change. Well, you can't just change who you are. You can change the way you act. It's funny. When people walk in when I'm around, they act this way. When they walk around Jeff Bright, they act this way. They walk around Brandon Manley, they act this way. Don't tell me you can't change how you act. You walk in a police station, you change how you act. You walk in an airport, they're not security surveillance. I tell you one person that changes quick is Albright. I'll be like, shut up, don't say nothing. Don't look at nobody. Don't make no eye contact. Don't say nothing. Don't open your mouth. Don't be funny. Don't mention a bomb. Like, do not bring up, do not F word it. You know what I'm saying? You want to be completely fair. You want to be silent. Don't tell me you can't change.
Andy,
Who's that?
I'm sorry. Just real quick, what you're talking about here about you can act however you want, basically. We were talking about this with our staff the other day. We were reading the book. It's a show. It's showtime. You get to pick. You get to pick who you're going to be today, who you're going to be around, what character you're going to play. You get to decide. We all get to decide, and we get to pick. So every moment that we're in, we get to decide which one of these we're going to be, and we can change that action that actor on a dime. It's a decision. So.
No, I'm not a spider monkey this time. I'm not a monkey squirrel. I'm me up in a tree. And I see you and I go, hey, you got a choice. You can be like, shut up, Albright. I got this. I go, I'm just telling you, I've seen that before. That's going to get you eat by a lion. I've seen that action before. Your agent's going to quit. I've seen that action before. You're not going to get depth. I'm telling you, act this way. And they don't want to hear it. Well, I'm just who I am. No, you're not. Not in the police station, you're not. You're not with your wife, you're not. You're different ways at different times. I'm trying to coach you the way that you can get an Alex Avon organization and a Davies organization and a Katz organization and a Bel Air organization. These are different organizations. I can show you my group. I'm trying to show you how to do it. This will get it. It's not always been sugar. It's not always been spice. It's not always been sweet. It's not always been mean. It's not always been methodical. Like, dude, and you say, well, you're not perfect. No, sugar, I'm not perfect. That has nothing to do with the fact that I have created decent results. So when an agent's telling me you don't know what he's doing, Mike, I'm like, calm your butt down. He could be wrong in one aspect. I promise you, he's right a lot. That's how come they make so much money. He's right a lot because he's got good structure. He's right a lot because he's growing. Well, that don't mean he's right because he's growing and wide and got a big business, profitable. I go like, bro, I don't know what criteria you're basing it on, but I'm basing it on freaking result. I'm basing it on the black and the white, the numbers. I'm basing it on that. I don't know what you're basing on. Your attitude, your spin, what you want it to be like. Dude, I am as a unencumbered bystander looking down going, damn, he's getting results, you ain't. Megan Woods, don't tell me how Megan Woods screwing up. Tell me what she's doing that you ain't doing. Does that make sense, Noel? We're on the same page?
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly it. We get to change on a dime if we want to.
You know, when I asked Annette Ivy, I said, do what Megan says, like your kid's life depends on it. What if you changed, Robert Wilson, Paul Van Thoff, what if you changed like your life depended on it, not like how you feel? That's the way I feel. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for telling you the correct methodology when you don't feel like it. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? I should have checked with you before I told you. And then you come if you that makes sense. Like, how hard is it? Okay, Patser, you were going to talk to me some.
Yeah, Bo, what's going on? No, I mean, it's just like what you were saying. I mean, you know, being selfless and caring to your team, building relationships with people has been one of the things that has helped me grow to where I am and keep growing, and seeing other powerful people in the alliance and how you build those relationships and communicate and work with your team to help them get the best experience from the beginning with us. And like you said, was just being empathetic with people and encouraging. People need a lot of encouragement in the beginning because you don't know what background they're coming from, and they need to know that this is a part of the process and you're there to support them and encourage them to get through what you've been through, and really just being on their level. I'm not acting like you're better than them, and that you've been where they're at. So that's some things that I think that I've done over the past couple of years.
You think you see how these things tie in, Patser? When I say when they go arrogant, you go humble. When they go humble, you go arrogant. So if you're humble, I'm telling you more what to do. But when you're telling me what to do, I act impressed. Wow. Because I can't come back with arrogance on your arrogance. If you're telling me, then I got to pretty much back down. That I would tell people say, how come you think Terry's got the width going? How is Terry beating me in personal production? How is Terry beating me in width? I'd be like, he's humble all the time. He's just very receptive. So I'm always telling him what to do. Well, I don't want to be told what to do. Oh, okay, cool. Does that make sense? Like Riddle tells him what to do. I mean, I'll say he takes it. He damn welcomes it. Like, bring it on. I'm like, all right. You say, well, you just rattle fire, tell him what to do. No. He's my friend. I want to say, let's work on this. Because if I do too much arrogance on top of this humility, that's not going to help. Does that make sense? So when your agents, Pastor, are going arrogant, you got to go humble. But you got to get them on here to teach them to be humble, to listen.
That's right.
So here's the way you be humble, and you get them on. So I'll say, I've been doing this for months now. Months. I don't like people. I've been doing this for 11 years. It's months. I've been doing this for months. Okay. Remember, no seniority. It's like they're trying to send a signal that they're great because they've been here for 10 years. I've been doing it here for months, and I learn something every single time from Albright. And I know that you need to get to know people before you need to know people. So I'm going to get there with him, and he's going to know I'm on there. And I need for our team to be on there and him to know it so that he'll be arrogant, right? Not arrogant, but so that he'll tell us like it is. So you coach them to be humble, to be on the call, and they're humble by being on, then I can tell them like it is. If they're not on the call and I call them up, it's hard for me to tell them because they're arrogant by not being on the call. And now you don't me to be arrogant and tell them what to do. I'm like, that's such a tough.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Right.
Simple.
So we gotta, and it hurts me when I have to just go along with somebody. And I'm thinking, God, we could be making progress now, but I ain't getting into it. What are you thinking, Chris Hill? Is this right down the middle?
Yes, sir.
It's a lot.
I agree with you.
It's a lot of them preachers are like that, ain't they?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I've seen with you is your coin. What do I want and how do I get it? And I think you kind of explain that with when you're dealing with people. You figure out what they want, figure out how they can get it. I think it's like Billy was saying, it wraps up all four together.
If they want to be stroked, what do I try to do?
You stroke them. I've seen you do it 1,000 times.
When they want to be coached, what do I try to do?
Coach them.
When they want to stay where they are, what do I do?
You find somebody else.
Ooh, the old Twister Rooney message right there. I'm sorry, interrupt you, Mr. Hill. Dr. Hill. Y'all know we got a doctor in charge of President's Club. To you, doctor.
What I was going to say is I've seen you multiple times deal with people wherever they want to go instead of trying to force them. And I've seen you be with people that I knew they didn't know what they were doing, and you just leave them alone and go find somebody else instead of trying to fix them.
Wasted potential. God, it burns my blood. President's Club is trying to do the same thing. You guys are trying to get it. Billy, talk to me, man. Is this an enlightening experience? Something different you do those three studs you had on the call?
That President Club call was awesome. You serviced us, right? You gave up your time. You obviously always bring the energy. Like you said, you're never boring. So the enthusiasm was there. And then you methodically just got to know people. You methodically got to let them know who you are a little bit. And that way, now you can be a little bit more decisive with the ones that want it. And, you can give them that direction if they'll be humble enough, to listen. So I appreciate it. I mean, the three people we had on there, when I had calls with them all, they were just so appreciative. I mean, to think that the CEO, the president, is spending time with them because they don't get that at a job, right? That's what makes this whole thing so special. When you get an Andy or a Mike or a Noel or a Paul Roberts and a Stephen Davies who will spend time with you, like people don't get that other places, and that's what makes this culture just so, so awesome. So it got the service heart, but don't get it wrong. Andy knows what he wants. So he's methodically working it, and he's helping us all hopefully get what we want and, helping us get more decisive in our decisions and moving towards the right way. So hands down, appreciate it. Thanks, Chris. Thank you. you know. And then extra money, I ain't gonna be mad. That I'll take that $2,000 in league credit. I'll grow this business. Partner, here I come. Matter of fact, I'm there. I'm just waiting to catch up with it. That's it. It's waiting on me. So, you know.
The black card idea is basically while you're making money because you're getting paid to go out and help people, but then you're also, by helping people, you're getting paid.
Gary Edwards just posted a video. I don't know if he got it posted yet. He said, "Hey, is this band worthy?" I said, "Not only is that band worthy, that's WhatsApp early, deserving and national." By the way, we have a National Agents Alliance private Facebook page. You go on Facebook, you look for our group, you can find it if you watch that stuff. I'm not much on Facebook, but it's on there. I'll go to ours only. I don't want to get. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Robert, that's a good point. I want to get Van Thoff here to wrap us up, but I'm going to tell you this. This is what people don't know more than anything. Time goes so goddamn fast. You get on that stupid tiki-taki. You get on that stupid, God, I hate those people. And it sucks me in. I don't see what's going on in the world. Get on that, I don't know. What's that thing? I have to look at my phone. What do you call that thing? Oh, Instagram. It'll suck a minute out of you in a minute. Duh. It'll suck a minute out of you in 2 seconds. You would think you've been on there a minute, and it's been 16 minutes. And then you ain't got time to text your team to remind them because you on there trying to figure out who done pissed off who and who done figured out how to. They go to dances a mess. What are you trying? I mean, what did you learn by doing that? Well, they were cute. You're going to get arrested is what you're going to do. You keep looking at that mess. TikTok, baby. You go to get your peanut butter sandwich. You mess around. Sprinkle some, punch up some peanuts, sprinkle it on there. Bo, we got to go. Get somebody to fix it for you and bring it to you. Like, you got to edge in work. You got to sneak in work. See, Brandon, I know kind of what you're dealing with. Your wife is like my wife because my wife had your wife. So she likes it when you do stuff. That's the problem. That's the problem. I get it. So you got to sneak and get the job done. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, because they want us to do service-oriented while we're servicing an agent. They want us to fix a watch or fix a clock or untangle a necklace. Man, I'm tell you what. You want to get me? Hey, could you untangle this necklace? I'll be like, oh my God. Oh my God. Could I buy you 3? Could I just buy you 3? Can we order one on the Zoomer thing or that Amazon thing or whatever you call it, that thing on where you order or the prime time? Could we just prime time it and have it shipped tomorrow? Oh Lord, I could text 16 people in amount of time. But I've done it. I have done it many a time, Noel. I get me a little needle, start putting it on the table, spreading it out with a little needle, get it all out. But look at it, baby. I got it. Inside, I'm going, damn. I get out, but I'm on the outside. I'm going, Ben Thoff, wrap us up, Bo. Methodical, not on TikTok, not on how much time goes away, but I just want you to know time's flying. You have no idea how time's flying. When you're trying to train in people lacrosse, next thing you know, they're gone. Every minute matters. I don't want you to talk about that. I want you to talk about this methodicism, decisiveness. What do you think?
I think it's definitely, it was kind of an eye-opening experience. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
An eye-opening experience. Definitely I've been zigging where I should have been zagging. And definitely going to incorporate all these different parts to my business. So I'm excited. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get better. Oh, I'm definitely getting better. We got tons of good people coming on. I'm excited about the future. Winchester is on the rise, baby.
I can't wait to pop up there in a jet and see you guys.
That's right, with the Winchester Warriors.
Leventovich, John Padilla, Evan, Noel. You're outnumbered with the crazy men on here. 11, Michael, you held your own though. Love y'all. Billy Crane, peace out, baby. All right, love y'all. Got to roll. Bye.